to start, dude.
We live?
Yeah, we are recording. Welcome back.
I sound like shit.
What up, everybody? Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
It's Manny from the Legal Aliens podcast.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's Modelo time, fools.
Oh, yeah. It's Modelo
Oh,
time.
fuck, my hands are empty.
Bro, you sound like Krusty the Clown right now.
Square up. I don't want to hear it. I'm already suffering enough.
Got 15 packs of smokes.
Guys, no, I don't have the ick.
He just got into
I'm
a
just a
screaming match.
yeller.
Yeah.
He said, hey, Jimmy, why don't you go down to the corner and get Grandma a bag of smokes, will ya?
You guys want to smoke some fucking weed?
That'd be great, darling. I just need a few smokes. If you could hand me just like
Bro.
a few Lucy's, just a couple Lucy's, that'd be great.
Hey, say chocolate. Did you
that's
chocolate?
chocolate.
The first half of this podcast is just going to be us like talking about fucking SpongeBob and shit.
Oh, man.
Making voices.
The podcast we did yesterday, the title was Wiener Man Jinger Jensen or whatever. The
Schmitty Warbird Man
yeah,
Jensen.
he was number one.
How the fuck did you remember that?
I don't know, man. I have an eidetic memory for really dumb shit. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
What did you say again?
Smitty Man Jinger.
Smitty Warben Jaegerman Jensen.
Yeah, that was yesterday's
I can't
podcast.
even fucking sarcastically say
Unchunga
it.
Guntayag.
Hell yeah.
Chunga.
Chunga.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck, man. Rest in peace, Drake and Josh. I mean, he ain't dead, but his career sure is.
No, yeah, exactly.
For both of them.
Apparently, I don't know.
TikTok can't save them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd the other
It's
one
still
do?
weird.
I thought only the one was a groomer.
Yeah, exactly. Drake. Well, did Josh do anything or did
Josh just isn't that interesting.
I mean, who cares?
He makes those funny little skits on TikTok, but that's about it. And I don't think it's paying enough.
Yeah.
And
No.
It's much
Drake's
better
out
than
of there.
not
Bro,
be.
they're,
Yeah.
they're still coasting off fucking Drake
I'd be
and
a
Josh
terrible
money.
human.
And that's
Hopefully, either that or they probably just spent it on drugs. Like
if
everyone
they
else in the
made
time era.
if they made savvy moves, hopefully, but I could see, Drake cashing out everybody in the bar. Round on me, bar in
Yeah,
New York or
exactly.
some shit.
Well, he's real popular in Mexico.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like huge
Yeah.
there.
What's he do?
He made a
just
comeback.
sings.
Oh, you didn't know about that? Yeah, he became like a Mexican like pop artist.
Yeah, he's like he can speak
Drake.
fluent.
Yeah. What did they rechange his name to? What did he like? What was it?
El Drac.
No. It's something.
El Dracon.
I don't remember what it
El
was.
Draki.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, this was like a whole ass thing. Where's that?
That'd be sick, dude.
That's wicked. I didn't know that. Miranda Cosgrove don't do shit. They're trying to bring that show back.
No,
But
she's
fuck.
probably still shaking up from all the feet shit.
Well,
There was some crazy shit that happened to her. Like people were like
she's
broke in her
still-
house and shit.
Oh.
Like, yeah, like it was intense. Like
Was she there?
fans were like, yeah, or she had just left or some
Fuck
crazy
that shit, bro. We the real iCarly.
No.
Lil Pump. I know Lil Pump torments her. Lil Pump fucking loves her. He had a
Lil
birthday
Pump
cake
wants
by
her
her.
so
He always,
bad. It's
yeah.
real
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
That's weird.
So I know there's a lot of weirdos fucking with her and shit, but she's not really that relevant anymore. What you would think. That's so
No, she's
Raven.
doing-
A lot of these,
Paramount Plus brought back iCarly. They're doing iCarly.
They're
on
trying
there.
to keep it
It's
alive, but
fine.
without Jeanette McCurdy, it's kind of like weird.
Jeanette, something probably happened to me, McCurdy.
I'm not okay, McCurdy. I'm like,
Right. Dan Schneider.
yikes.
Like that one fucking. Didn't Joji make a song as Pink Guy? He was like, Dan Schneider, I want all my bitches back. The new shit you give
I
us
didn't
is
fucking
whack.
know about that at all.
It's so good, dude.
Damn.
It's so fucking funny.
That's too fucking funny.
He's just like rapping about like fucking
Right.
not Disney shit, Nickelodeon shows and shit. It's so fucking. It's too much.
Orlando Bloom. He's fucking out of there, man. Yeah. Or Brown. Fuck, there you
He
go.
lost
See?
his fucking mind.
Oh,
bro.
I don't even know who is this.
Dude, That's So Raven. You remember that show?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. He's like the.
Her best friend or whatever.
Oh man,
He's
closer to the
fucking.
mic a little bit.
Oh, he's fucking out of there, man.
You can adjust it and shit. Fuck it. Yeah,
But
he
yeah,
lost his shit, bro.
What was it? What was it like?
I mean, he's good now. He's actually been on the up and up for like past year and a half.
Yeah,
But,
but
like-
he's starting to fall back down now. He said some
he?
wild shit about Bow Wow. He said Bow Wow's got that good buzzy. And then he said
Buzzy.
that some shit. He said the same shit about Snoop Dogg. And they were like, "What the fuck? Like, bro, you're
Like, he
out of
knows some
there."
What
shit.
the fuck?
Yeah, he's out of there.
Either he lost his fucking mind or he knows some shit.
He's
Yeah,
back
right.
on the crack, or he knows some shit, and everybody's making it seem like he's back
And
on the
everybody had
crack.
to take it in the crack to get a come up.
But he was supposed to be like a part of the Christian organization, and he's doing good and everything. I seen his Instagram. He has some big dumbass chain and supposed to have a lot of money and everything. I'm like, damn, that's good. You know, he's doing good. Same thing with Boom Gang. I hear he goes to like church and he's part of like a Christian rap group and everything, and he don't be like stealing no more. He don't do drugs. I guess he got baptized and saved and everything. I'm like, that's what's up, man. You know, he changed his life. Him and I guess Vicky.
Like, I'm not super into like religion or anything
No,
like that, but I
exactly.
feel like if it can help somebody
If
or
it
bring
betters
structure
you.
to
Yeah,
their
yeah,
life,
exactly.
that's
It
totally
makes you
fine.
change your life, like for
Yeah,
to be spiritually better, or just like
To be a
And it
better
fucking
person in
less
general.
toxic. Yeah,
it helped.
exactly.
It helped Orlando Brown.
See, yeah, I got everybody fucking up. My bad, man. It's
No,
the,
you're fine.
Orlando Broom.
the schmarijuana.
Bro, have you seen that video where he's just like coming out some guy's house or whatever, and the guy's like chasing him on the lawn, and he's like,
Whipping his ass or
"Look at you with your dirty ass feet."
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, "I found God, man," and he's like losing his shit on the
Didn't the
front
guy
lawn.
start beating his ass though, or just like come up on him crazy?
Yeah,
Like,
he's
Joe
all-
Bro, Joe Bro.
His shirt's all ripped up, he all bloody. He's squabbling all on the ground.
People really
Raven.
saw that So Raven, and they're like, "I gotta help this guy." That's So Raven, his future I can see.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
So mysterious to me.
You know, some people just didn't watch
Yeah.
Disney around that era, and
Yep,
I'm just
that's
like,
me.
I don't know, I can't relate, you know. I watched all
I don't
of it.
know. I
though.
didn't get Disney. No, I didn't get Disney.
I was on the Wizards of Waverly Place for a little bit.
Yeah, right. Like there were shows that always like brought me back, but like
I was never a Disney one. I was Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon,
Me
man.
too.
Disney
I was
had
everything.
Disney had all the fake fucking cool shit to where you want to be in Nickelodeon too, like Zoe 101.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to that fucking school. I thought going to school in California was the fucking
exactly.
shit,
probably
man.
It's just like
Yeah.
the Cali.
I
Like,
felt like I never. I don't know, man. I feel like I never like dove into. When I was a kid, I never dove into those. I don't know why. It was always like, if I'm gonna watch that, I might as well just watch like Mom would watch SVU or like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh no shit.
Like I would end up
Yeah.
watching those. But like
He was watching Lifetime and shit. He
outside
was-
of that, yeah.
Watch Lifetime.
Outside of that, like if I wasn't
mom.
gonna, cause like it felt the same, you know what I mean. But outside of that, like dude, cartoons all day. Like
Bro,
Yeah.
have you seen
we had so many good cartoons from our childhood.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There were so many good ones to pick from.
fucking Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, fucking
Cow and Chicken.
Tsunami?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I love Cow and Chicken.
Tsunami introduced me to like so much weird shit, like
Courage the
fucking.
Cowardly Dog, Ed,
Courage the
Ed, Eddie,
Cowardly Dog.
Codename Kids Next Door. I can keep going.
Remember fucking? They used to have a show on Tsunami called Outlaw Star that was
Yes.
so fucking sick.
Which one was that one?
That was dude with the red hair, and they went into space to deliver stuff,
Oh shit, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
which was kind of like it
Tsunami
felt
just
like
had, like
an,
a lot of like weird blendy shows around that.
felt like an
era.
anime version of Futurama. Now that I describe it like that,
That's funny as fuck.
but it was fucking
Futurama
awesome.
was fucking awesome.
I have
Show
rewatched
about
it
that.
twice more recently, just because like
think I
it's
did
one of those
twice,
shows
too.
I wanted to rewatch.
Bro, Adult Swim. Adult
Slapping,
Swim's great.
slapping. Outside of that, what did I watch again recently that was really good? Oh, Venture Brothers.
Venture Brothers is good.
Ooh.
I feel like I gotta sit and like recommit to
Dude,
that show.
Yeah,
that's
me
the
too.
beauty of it too. Is like you could watch it and just kind of like it does have like sequential order. Like if you pay attention,
Yeah.
but like outside of that, like you really don't have to care.
There is,
Robot
like, an
Chicken.
overarching story.
Robot
I
Chicken.
love- I love
was
I
Robot
remember
Chicken, yep.
that used to make me and Cedric cry. We would literally just
The
look
teddy
up
bear thing,
videos
like
of
the
it.
teddy
Oh
bear.
yeah,
Oh
Dude, I
man.
lost
I'm
my
a
shit.
gummy bear, gummy bear.
I did that hard cry and I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fucking on the
yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
I remember, not only, they had like Baby Blues on there, which was like the most obscure fucking cartoon on the planet. But it was like the mom and the dad who had like the baby that would get into shit all the time. And they were like the white trash kids next door and shit.
Dude, I feel like I've seen it, but I just can't put it. I can't like, you know what
Bro,
I
if
mean?
you
Like,
saw it, you would instantly be like, holy
I
shit.
don't know why I
remember
thought
that.
of oblongs.
You know what's
The
weird?
oblongs.
Oblongs
That fucked
is
me
good,
up
yeah.
weird. Like
Yeah, it took me a minute to be able to like,
maybe,
Will Ferrell.
but it also like normalized like people with disformities and everything, and like
Yeah, exactly.
amputations. Like, well, I don't think if that show like me watching it younger, I'd look at people like different, and I'd be like, yo, like, you know, like people, like scared of
Yeah,
them. Like
yeah.
it made like the weird people,
Yeah.
normal people. Like everybody there had something wrong with them.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet.
Like
I thought that show was sweet.
even in that show,
Had a good
when
message.
there was like the rich people on the fucking hill or whatever, they were all like pieces of shit, and you knew that they were pieces of shit every time they came on screen
Yeah.
or whatever. It was like, oh yeah, that feels like life. Fucking Mission Hill, bro. I love Mission Hill.
Mission Hill, bro. People don't know about that shit. They just fucking, I don't know. That's a hidden gem.
If you
Boondocks.
Boondocks was sick. Boondocks, hell yeah.
I relate so much to Mission Hill because it's literally about
He's trying
it's
to get
about
caught
a
for
failing it's a
Yeah,
failing
yeah.
cartoonist that's trying to make it or whatever, and his little brother moves into the apartment,
Right.
and it's fucking silly as shit.
good.
He's got like gay neighbors, like it's one of those early 90s shows that or late 90s shows that happened that was like a little bit ahead of its time, I
Yeah, I was
think.
about to say it did feel progressive.
Yeah. And it was just like silly as fuck. And I love the gay couple in the show. They're funny as fuck,
Funny
bro.
as fuck,
They're
dude.
like the best characters in the
That
show.
whole show just had such a weird chemistry.
Yeah.
And everything, felt like a fever dream. It was
Yeah.
one of those shows that was real rough to look at. Everything was a weird shade of blue.
Yeah. Everything was like blue and yellow. And that's kind of like you go downtown
exactly.
Detroit,
Smog.
and it's kind of like, that was Mission Hill.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
Brandon, I know you saw that shit.
Yeah.
His brother was a fucking nerd.
Yep.
And he got like fucked with his school. And he's like, I love the episode where he's like, this is the episode where he's on unemployment and shit. Because he usually works at a mattress store, but the mattress store got like shut down because his boss is like a fucking scumbag. And he's like on the couch, passed out, like eating fucking dog food. Like, why bother? I fucking love it. So, dude, it's so funny. All that shit on Adult Swim, like, they had some really good shit to where, like, I think they even were the cause of, like Family Guy reviving at one point.
Yeah.
Because they got canceled by Fox for, like, 2-3
Fox didn't
years
want to go
straight.
there. It was too dicey for them.
Yeah. And then they got renewed.
Then they went off the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because of Adult Swim. All right, we're back. Brandon just had to take off, so we are back again with Manny. Manny Banks, smoking crack.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't actually smoke. That's fucked up.
I know.
Yeah, me either.
Those are deep allegations. I'm sorry.
Really good weed, though. Otherwise considered crack, but no,
Yeah.
not actual crack cocaine. No,
Yeah.
that's bad.
It's legal in Michigan, the state of Michigan, motherfuckers.
I have my
Guess
marijuana
what?
I
card.
thought you said crack cocaine is legal in the state.
Oh, I was
Holy shit.
That'd be
There's
wild.
so much I don't know.
right.
I mean, Biden's trying to make it that way, dude.
Just see a doctor outside of Henry Ford just blowing a stone right before he goes and opens somebody up. You got paralegals and
lose my
lawyers
fucking
downtown
mind,
outside of 36 and Frank Murphy just blowing a stone before
Oh,
a
yeah.
case,
Bro, have
passing
you,
around the pipe.
have you seen the videos
This is
that
going to be weird.
I guess got leaked from like Hunter Biden's fucking shit, where he's just like weighing crack on a scale, and he's like in a fucking a thing with hookers, and it's not even a hotel room. You know where it was? It was at the fucking rehab center, bro. I was dead
I can
watching
just hear
that
him
shit.
saying, you find the best girls there.
Oh my god. That shit is so fucking
They're
funny.
so
to me.
pretty and polite.
They know how to party.
My boy lost his shit. He's really going down the Orlando
Oh
Brown
my
path.
god, dude.
And I'm here for it. I want to see more. I want to see them legalize crack, dude.
I bet these politicians just do crack all
They're already doing it with shrooms, psilocybin or psilocybin.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
size like
exactly. You go to
it's
Shroom
weird.
Fest in Ann Arbor, and you can buy fucking 3 ounces from Mushroom Matt. That was a shout out.
it's crazy how like deeply fucking the government has actually introduced like acid and fucking psilocybin and shit.
Yeah.
I was listening to last podcast on the left, which is pretty good, like paranormal history and also like, you know, different history lessons and like dark subjects, serial killers, etc. and they were talking about like MK Ultra, which was like a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like the government was like experimenting on people to find out like how how to do mind control and shit like that. And they introduced a lot of like, they did experimentation with LSD.
Oh, yeah.
They gave like a bunch of like different musical artists LSD, a bunch of different like poets and shit
Sick, though, 'cause
LSD.
everyone's brain does work a little bit differently.
And it's like, you know what? Government's not all that bad, huh?
what?
I mean, they
Giving
tortured a
out
bunch of people
free
for years, but
LSD.
Yeah, but also they gave like the, I don't want to say the Viet Congs, but whoever fought in like the 70s against like Japan and Pearl Harbor, they gave those guys like a bunch of cocaine and had them all souped up and just sent them out. When they were first testing that
soldiers.
shit. Yeah, just seeing the effects on them, and a lot of them couldn't react. They
Captain
weren't.
America's just really jacked up. Cocaine. He's above average buff and just really just fired the fuck up.
Nose is bleeding.
Oh, yeah, he's just like,
just going on a fucking rampage.
fucking
Teeth
puts his hand in
grinding.
the chest.
Grind. Oh man.
He's like fucking. He's hopped up on coke and gas station dick pills,
Hell
and
yeah.
he's ready to rip a fucking rhino in
Fuck yeah,
half,
dude.
Oh man.
Fuck yeah.
like the Hulk, just running through a bunch of like insurgents.
Some anime shit. He fucking spreads them like. And I mean down there.
What the fuck? He's ripping assholes left and right.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
Is AA the asshole annihilator?
He'll be almost as hopped up on drugs as Ezra Miller.
Ooh.
Almost.
Ezra Miller's losing his fucking mind too.
Dude, is there more news?
No.
Okay, good.
Wait, you know what?
He said good.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? I'm about to Google that shit to see if there is any more news.
Google that shit, brother.
Google that shit. Google that shit. It's like every 3 to 4 business days he comes up with some weird shit. No, it's just kind of like
Business
about
Consistent,
the
days.
yeah.
yeah.
And they can't fucking find him. He's on the run. Whatever
Really?
that
It's-
means.
Oh yeah, no, he's just like gone. Like nobody can find him. Like I guess the last time I had heard about him was the shit that happened in Vermont. I guess he owns like a fucking farm or some shit in Vermont where he lives with like 2 or 3 women and they got kids there and shit. And they got like fucking
He lives in a farm.
yeah.
They're doing weird shit. That's all you gotta say.
He's just got like, first off, I love guns. I think that if you have guns and you have gun safety,
yeah.
first off, like, have a fucking safe, have fucking ammo boxes that are in that safe.
Hell yeah.
Have all the necessary precautions. So the first thing they teach you is safety. Number 1, fucking safety, man.
Yep.
Yes.
And you should never ever have to use it. This motherfucker just has guns strewn about his house. He's letting kids just play with the bullets and shit
No.
and like put them in their fucking mouths and
That's
stuff.
fucked.
It's insanity.
It is insanity.
Even as an adult, I get nervous around like seeing it. Even though I like guns, I get like there's still like in the back of my mind like a little bit of nervousness.
Yeah, I feel like it's a
So
flex.
it's
Like,
natural.
I just
Yeah.
invite you to a barbecue and you got the strap. Like, it just, like, naturally, instinctually, you're just like,
Yeah. Bro, no one's going to come up in your fucking barbecue unless you're, in a different spot. It is what it is. But, like, no one's going to come up in the fucking burbs on your shit on a barbecue.
yeah, right.
Like, fucking...
Also, it depends on what you did in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
if
fair.
you got to look over your shoulder, fucking do what you got to do.
You piss off the government, then, it might be a
You're out here whistle
precaution.
blowing or
Yeah.
robbing and killing back in the day and just gonna move in Lincoln Park and barbecue on the front lawn like it's not a couple,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There was some-
Like, it's literally not a stone throw away.
Or,
There was some guy
there's
in
people
New York-
everywhere, man. People move out of states and you'll be next door aunt to your worst enemy. Who knows,
Oh,
That's
excuse
crazy.
me. There was some guy in New York who got caught up in like this big fucking government conspiracy where I guess you know how they have like the camera lights and shit, like the
Yeah.
the light cameras, like the stoplight cameras and shit. He was pulling up and he had noticed like one specific one that was going off sooner, like one light that was going off sooner or whatever. and it would cause a lot of crashes. Like, it wouldn't line up with the other lights on the other sides of the streets. So it would just cause fucking crashes. And also, it would charge people a bunch of money. I guess it was just like a scam by like the local government or whatever to like get more like funding or some shit. Like,
That's
they
bullshit.
just to get
Yeah,
more
that is
money.
bullshit.
Kind of
And-
like what we have here with the fucked up roads. Everybody pays taxes, but our roads are just...
Bro, he had people
right.
fucking following him home. He had people sitting outside his fucking house, and like all he did was go up to the camera and like disconnect the light. He's gotten arrested like 4 or 5 times because of it. It's fucking hilarious.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude. Fuck the state.
Yep. I agree.
Fuck the government.
Yeah. I mean, the parts of the government that keep us safe and that are not like the people that actually give a shit, which is very few.
Slim to none.
You know, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know, we appreciate the troops, whatever. But the people that are obviously just in it for the money, like, fuck you, dude.
Even the troops do some funny shit.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Not everyone that joins the military is a hero. Because there's a difference between being drafted and
And
being, like,
unfortunately, there's a lot
signing
of
up for
behind
it.
the scenes shit that you'll just never really understand.
But I mean, I have fucking family members that are troops. We have one of our best friends went into the fucking military and, you know, he's gone now. So it's like, you know, I have immense respect for the troops.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But, like, not everyone that comes back is a fucking hero, bro.
Or not everybody that comes back is the same,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's like those dudes sacrifice pretty much.
And they probably
Everything.
see fucked up shit, dude.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me.
So it's like, yeah, not everyone that comes back is a hero, but at the same time, they probably saw some shit. So, whatever. This is getting dicey, dude. I don't know. I'm going to
I don't
piss
want to get
somebody off.
JFK'd out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get my ass kicked by a fucking Marine that's like, what the fuck did you say, bro?
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking hero. It's like, no,
Semper
dude, that's
Fi,
not what I'm
bro.
saying.
Don't like the troops, and then everyone's like, fuck.
We're on the news next week.
Yeah.
Bigot podcast.
Oh, shit.
Get canceled. No. Fuck, man. I don't
First
know.
time here, I don't know those guys. I work at a different podcast.
Just came here with beer.
Yep.
I don't have any more weird news.
Fucking, let's get into some weird shit then. How do you guys feel about, we did a little bit of talking off air about those, portals and those tunnels. Do you guys believe there's portals or tunnels to travel, whether it be the other side of the country, the world, time travel?
Well, that's weird because, like, have you ever heard of the missing 411? It's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's like a big, like, it's like a book series. It's like a real big book series about this investigator who was a former cop. He got fired, by the way, because he forged a signature and he tried to get like some shit from a celebrity. Like that's why he got fired, which is like the most human fucking thing on the place, whatever. But he wrote this entire book series about like people who go missing or whatever in like national parks and stuff, or even sometimes in the city. And it's a real interesting book series because a lot of these people just go missing without any fucking trace at all.
Yeah.
There have been a few that have been solved since then that have turned out to be like nothing that crazy. But it's like that's important also. Like as long as those people
And I remember we looked into this like a long time ago. Like that shit is weird.
if shit can get solved and it's not some spooky shit, it's like that's fine. But like some of this shit, it's like some of these people just drop off the face of the fucking planet.
It's
Do
just
you
fucking
think they
weird.
got abducted? Do you think they found...
Or like
Portal.
A portal?
accidentally dropped into like another reality or some shit.
Fucking,
Shit.
they seen something the government was exposing of, and there was more garbage than expected.
They got suicided or something.
Yeah. Suicide.
They got Epsteined.
Oof.
Fucking.
He's
and
still alive.
they got
Oh, you
Clinton.
think that?
I believe he's still alive. Man with that much power,
Yeah.
no autopsy report or
I
anything
don't
like
know.
that.
I think he was just the fall guy. Because if you look at some of the shit.
He was getting ready to be exposed.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna drag some names down with him.
Yeah. Because it's weird. That entire island has like. People think it's like a cover somewhat for the Mossad of like keeping tabs on different governments to be like, hey, we have this of you like fucking this underage girl or whatever. Guess what? You're fucked, buddy. And the girls that had come back from those islands said, yeah, some fishy shit went down there. Like, one girl said that that Bill Clinton was there. She didn't. Like, a lot of girls saw Clintons.
Often.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't see them do anything nefarious or weird. Which isn't that weird also because he also just used it for, like, business shit.
Yeah,
he also
exactly.
just used that island to have people come there, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but now Clinton just won't admit it, even though he's been on like 23 flights with the guy, which one flight, they took like a flight across the world, and it was like 23 stops, so basically 23 flights, you know, and he just won't admit the shit, which is weird. Like, at least, like, just, like, a few people have come out and been like, yeah, I was there, but only, like, on business, and I didn't really see weird shit there, which also wouldn't be that bad, because I'm sure that he did use it for some, like, non-weird shit. But the fact that he won't admit it is kind of weird. But I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into it, but...
The list is crazy that they,
yeah.
Chris Tucker.
Jocelyn Maxwell just got charged.
Ghislaine.
Fucking Rockefeller Records, P. Diddy, fucking Jay-Z.
The guy who runs fucking Victoria's Secret.
Virgil Abloh.
Oh, so this list dropped recently.
Kate Spade.
Well, the fucked up thing is, the list has been online for years. It was part of that Pizzagate shit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of dubious on its own.
Yeah.
You know, there's some weird shit. But, like, fucking, that shit's been there for years, since, like, 2014, 2015. All that shit dropped on 4chan. Because I remember when that shit dropped, I was on the fucking X board, I was on the paranormal board, all that shit dropped. And they were like, here's the fucking black book, here's the flight list, or whatever. And all that shit was there. Fucking Chris Tucker, Jimmy Buffett.
He always gave me that weird ass vibe.
Yeah. Jimmy Buffett. I'm going to censor that part. I don't know if I should say that.
It's fucking funny as fuck. You should.
Fucking Chris Tucker, dude. Dude, that one podcast, Cumtown. Yeah. Cumtown was doing a bit where they were kind of making fun of Chris Tucker. He was like, damn! We got little kids on this island, damn!
Oh my god.
Somebody said that it was like
Funny as fuck, dude.
Somebody had said that it was just like some random banker named Chris Tucker, which wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility. Like, whatever.
I mean, I guess. But if you
that's
Chris Tucker's in the same name pool as important people, I don't know.
Yeah, in the same name pool as Jay-Z, or like fucking Bill Clinton and shit.
I'm trying to find it. You can't find it. Everybody that was indicted.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I bet it's gone now, dude. You're probably even lucky you saw it.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is.
It's insane. A lot of the shit's redacted now.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of weird that you can't put shit on the internet anymore.
There was another one.
I had the list, though. I had fucking Virgil Abloh, Kate Spade, a lot of people, bro. Beyonce, Jay-Z, motherfucking Marina Abramovich, fucking the Clintons, a bunch of weird shit, man.
People, do your research. The fucking information's out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if Will Smith
I had
was
the whole list,
and
it really came out it was when Virgil Abloh passed away. Everybody's like, how he just passed away so sudden, and they're like, oh, it was because he's been fighting cancer. But when you look at the list, I was like, damn, he was like the third person to go.
Yeah.
Kate Spade just went. She committed suicide. Epstein committed suicide. Fucking everybody else forgot. There was like 2 other lists, and it exactly went in that order. And I was like,
it's weird as
that's
fuck
an odd
because
coincidence.
Yeah, right.
you should look at some of these lists of like people who have been connected to the Hillary fucking campaign or whatever, and have just like either committed suicide or just died. And like mysterious circumstances.
They're all random illnesses that no one ever knew about. Like,
yeah, or
stage 3 cancer. And
one guy was
no
shot in the back of the fucking head, and like his car was driven off a cliff, and they're like, "Yeah, that's suicide."
Yeah.
In the back of his head.
How do you get out of the car after you're getting shot in the back of your head?
The dangle, dude. Like, how the fuck did he do that?
There was some
bullshit,
shit
dude.
about it. I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's strange. All the shit's strange to me. I don't know how to explain it, you know?
Exactly. And it does, like... I don't know.
Here's the thing.
The only reason...
Like, it's weird, but it very well could be nothing. Like, it could just be... Like, he did some weird John Wick shit to shoot himself in the back of the head.
Can society, like, fall apart if some of their leaders and idols start to look real fucking scummy?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, people start to get fucking upset.
I think everyone just knows.
Maybe we're at a point where we're so desensitized we just don't really fucking care, generally.
We know that everything is going to get covered up, but we just still don't care. And then when it comes out as it's already covered up, people are like, oh, you know, we told you so.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that the government does that we pretty much don't know about now, from, like, the government and Hollywood having, like, pedophilia to the Catholic Church to fucking aliens. Like, you're building a space military. You got people in space building a military for what? Weaponizing, making these bullets and these guns to fly with, you know what I'm saying, no oxygen and being able to be, that shit's wild, man. Like, what do you need that for? Exactly. And they're like, oh, it's for asteroids. You got big-ass telescopes and lasers to destroy asteroids for that, to project, to, like, you know, anti-project shit coming from our atmosphere and stuff like that. So they've had that, but what's the point of us being up there and sending hundreds and thousands? Because it's not just going to be like one or two guys in the military up there. No, it's going to be it's going to be a fucking, just like the military down here. It's just they're going to start being weaponized, advancing, figuring out creatures that are out there. And
bro, after, like, listening to so many of these fucking podcasts, like, a lot of these dudes, a lot of these military guys will come out after they retire from the military and be like, yeah, actually, there's like military purposed, like, UFOs and fucking S4, which is like
across from Area 51.
Yeah, it's across from Area 50, where Bob Lazar worked or whatever. Or some of these guys connected to fucking Roswell and shit were we were there, we were doing shit, like, compared to, like, UFOs or whatever. And the fucking creepy thing about Roswell is they had, like, tankers from World War II, like, when they dropped the fucking the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah. They had God, it's so fucking weird. It's like the Navy, you know how they use, like, the super cruisers or whatever the fuck they're called? They had the same thing, the same ones that carried the bombs from the atomic bombs or whatever. They had the same ones carry whatever wreckage that was to fucking Area 51.
Like,
that is, right?
Speaking of Area 51 and aliens, have you guys ever seen something in the sky that you can't explain?
I haven't seen one personally. I know people.
I've seen a lot. I've seen, probably, no lie, comfortable to say, I've seen at least 3 in my lifetime. One in the neighborhood. Growing up, you know, I live around the block from Patton Park. I'm not going to say which block, just for, you know, safety reasons. Yeah. But I was probably about 12 years old, and my mom and them were out in the backyard, you know, as everybody does. You know, everybody's moms drink, smoke, you know, whatever chills with the family. Bullshit, it's late, I'm laying down.
Yeah, the family function.
Pop the fan out the window, you know, we ain't got no AC, so I'm looking up at the stars and shit, you know, we got the stick in the window, so it's all holding up, and I'm looking out, me and my sister, and I remember the sky was clear, and I seen some shit move, and then stop. Drop maybe about 100 feet, and then just disappear. Like, didn't just left, right, nothing, just like, almost like went invisible, like Halo mode, like how that sword used to make you. Yeah. I don't know if you guys played Halo and shit, but yeah, that's pretty much what I fucking felt. That was the first time I've seen some shit. The second time, I was probably driving. I wasn't driving, but I was driving from somewhere, probably maybe from the mall or something late at night, or maybe coming from Soaring Eagle, going to the Sorny when I was younger because it's a casino. You can gamble when you're 19.
Yeah,
so
I've still never been there before.
me and my boys would go, and I was older at the time, and I'm like, bro, I could go downtown, but they couldn't. So they're like, all right, well, we'll drive, bro, just chill. So I'm looking out. I can't remember where we were, but I remember we were about a half hour away from there, and I seen some shit in the sky with some crazy color lights, like green, blue, red, yellow, and it was like one of those little bouncy balls if you ever played with back in the day. It was a little clear ball, and when you'd bounce it, it'd light up all different colors. That's exactly what it was. It was just a bunch of little different colors. Looked like a disco club light just in the sky, then disappeared just like that, didn't move. I was like tripping at first because I was smoking. I looked out and I'm like, what the fuck? All right, maybe it was the glare in the window or whatever, you know? Because it was like maybe about 8 o'clock during the day, so it wasn't at nighttime. It was, you know, you could see. I'm like, what the fuck? I seen like pinkish blue lights, and I go back, and I'm like, there's no tint on the windows or nothing. And I look back, a bunch of different color lights in the sky, just in a little ball. And I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't pay no mind. I couldn't process it, so I looked down, and when I looked back up, it was already gone. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, and I didn't, you know, I looked up, and it was like within a second. It wasn't like I was staring down and lost it. It was, I remember I looked up, and from like the corner of my eye, I just seen it gone, disappear. I was like, what the fuck? Third time was probably about a month ago. 2 months ago, I was kicking it at, a month ago, I was kicking it at the skate park. I'm not going to say which skate park, but it was about 3 in the morning. It was me and my cousin Ray. Shout out my cousin Ray. We were sitting there laying down, of course, you know, I was smoking. I'm on the ramp because I skateboarded, but I'm barely getting into it. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't want to be one of those guys to break something because, you know, now that I'm older, it's going to take a long time to heal. Or I don't want to break nothing and have to get, like, rods and screws. So I don't be trying to,
bro.
so I don't be trying to do all none of that crazy Tony Hawk shit. But, you know, I'll try to, you know, kick flip, do a little shit. I'll ride the ramps and shit like that. But I was just chilling. So I remember I was laying down looking up, and it was 3 in the morning. The sky was clear. There was no planes, no nothing. Obviously, you can tell. In my area, they have red and green lights on planes, and you can hear them. You can see the jet stream. My cousin was looking up, and he was like, yo, you see that? And I couldn't find it for the longest. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, over there, and he pointed, and he was like, look at the tip of my finger. And when I looked, I seen some lights. It was just like one light lighting up, and it was like a weirdish green, like emerald light. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, he was like, you see that, bro? And I was like, yeah. Then when I got quiet, it just started moving, and it was moving really fast with no sound. It moved probably like maybe 3 football fields to the left, stopped, and was just chilling. And then we realized, like, yo, that ain't no fucking plane. And as soon as I said that, it just shot off. And it was like no jet stream, no sound, no humming, no nothing. And, you know, obviously, even at night, you can see the trails from the planes. You can see the light. You hear it. You hear that minutes later, nothing. And it was moving insanely fast. It wasn't no drone, no red light.
Yeah, I've seen drones. We've all seen drones.
I've had a
before.
drone. I know what drones look like.
You know, when they're in the air, they can stop. They can do whatever maneuvers they want to do. But you can still hear the... Like, you can still hear the rotors on it. And you can still see, like, they have specific blinking lights.
A drone is almost the size of a melon.
Yeah.
When this thing is in the sky and you know it's big and thin, it literally, I'm not going to exaggerate, to me, it literally looked like a dragon scale.
Oh, that's fucking...
Like, it was that weird color light, like that flip-flop chameleon color, and it was very thin.
Like,
and
the
you
color
know,
shifting.
like you couldn't see no wings. Obviously, even from a plane far away, you could see the wings, or you know what I'm saying. You can tell that's a plane.
This is like clearly like a weird fucking
flat, thin. It looked like a fucking literally just looked like a fucking dragon scale from Dragon Tales. If you ever watched that when you were younger, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? And then the moment I said that, I was like, that's no plane. It just disappeared. No sound, no nothing. I stood up till almost like 7 that night, walking around, looking around, trying to find that. Trying to hear it, couldn't come back. When it left, something drew me to the water. Like it was like we were at the park, and like later on we were chilling, and you know we went to somewhere else, and then we went to buy some water. Something kept telling me go buy some water, and when I went and we found some water, it was like some weird feeling I got, like some weird euphoric feeling, kind of like like a sensation, like you get kind of like a weird, almost like when people sing to you in Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
Like you're awkward, you don't know what to feel. Not like you're crying or anything, but something in your heart ticks. It tinks, or something's
feel
clicking
like
it.
that weird.
Like
It's not like adrenaline.
Something weird, and I felt like that, and it just kept getting stronger and stronger the closer I got to the water, and I was trying to look in the water to see, if anything was under there, but it was gone, and that was where it was like the first thing, like the first sighting of where we seen the thing before it moved and shot to the other side.
Yeah.
Never seen nothing else after that, but that was pretty recent. That was like the most wildest shit I've felt, because I literally felt like the aura, the energy, like something telling me like, yo, go to the water. Not to jump in or anything like that, nothing stupid, but like
just something drawing you
there's
in.
something, go check this out. Go check this out. Go check this out. And I'm looking and I'm going to the water, and me and my cousin are looking, and I'm telling him, bro, do you feel that? He's like, yeah. He already knew what I was talking about. Like, there's an energy telling us like to just see, and I'm trying to look in the water under lights, but we couldn't because, there's buildings in the area that had their lights on and stuff like that, but man, it was something wild.
I've totally seen weird lights in the sky in Southwest Detroit.
Well, my
Like,
grandpa...
not like something like that pinpointed, but like flashy lights, like...
Unexplainable. Not drones, not planes.
Yeah, just something...
Purple, blue, green, wild lights.
I think I'd mentioned it.
Hey, man, you're speaking in tongues, I have that effect saying that. These stories are phenomenal.
My grandpa actually saw some shit
Could be the weed.
in Delray. Like literally like an exit away from me,
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Said
exit
Delray?
off 75, and...
Dearborn
Yeah.
Street right
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
He used to live right around that area, I think in the 60s or 70s. And I guess he was staying there with a couple other people, and they had seen like a disc just floating there in the fucking sky. And he was just chilling on his porch. He was like, okay. And it just kind of like zipped off. Like that was the most he had in terms of like interaction with the fucking thing. But his entire life, till
when
the
you saw
fucking
something.
grave, like he was highly religious, so it never really fit into his worldview. As a religious person, when you see that shit, you see that as like it's a sign from God, not like, oh, that's an alien.
Right.
So for that tunes up my believability because of it, because he saw it as like maybe some religious shit happening, maybe some...
He's a credible man,
Yeah.
He's not like just,
Yeah, and he, like, his entire life, he was trying to look up, like, Bible passages about shit like that, which I guarantee you're not going to find some shit like that in the fucking Bible.
They do, but it's unexplainable, depending if you believe that religion or not. They say...
There was,
they
like,
say
some...
aliens are, they're fallen angels, and they're demons that God casts away from heaven, and they're trying to get back, and that's why they're
That's like
up
deep,
there. Like, I'm not gonna. I know I'm botching it, so don't quote me.
No, it's fine.
But in a sense, you know what I'm saying. That's what I was getting told, because my grandma is very religious, and I grew
Some
up
people say
going
it's
to
like...
church every Sunday, every Wednesday. Baptized and all that, so. I kind of know of it, pretty much of it. It's been a while since I've been to church, but,
Some people say it's like Nephilim shit, but Nephilim were only brought up like twice in the fucking Bible. And nobody, like, there's so many weird translations of it that everyone's just like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
And what really bothers me is that if you don't believe it, okay, but... Like do
if
you
something
believe the
happens
Indians
to you-
and do you believe the Aztecs that etched everything in those mountains and in those pyramids? Do you believe that to be real? Like those pictures of those horses and those buffalo in those caves, do you believe that to be real? Or do you think, oh, they dreamed that because they were high off ayahuasca tea and their ceremonies?
Exactly.
No, people draw shit because they see shit. People say shit because they heard or seen, And obviously, yeah, there's sci-fi, there's a lot of shit fake, there's folklore. But not all of it can be real. I mean, not all of it can be fake. I mean, we've been around for hundreds of thousands of
lot of
years.
these
Maybe
people-
Loch Ness Monster was around. I was telling the guys yesterday on the podcast, we were talking about Loch Ness.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, it's long gone. It's dead.
Yeah,
but
for
what you can do is grab one of those little pods that they have in the Discovery Channel
Yeah.
and go down the bottom of it and discover those bones of that Paleosaurus or whatever those
Yeah,
quote
yeah.
unquote
Yeah, exactly.
dinosaurs would be, or those
You know what, that
beasts.
bitch did around
There's
for
some
fucking
there's some
50
creepy
years.
shit with India, where in certain temples and stuff, in certain older temples, they'll show like they etched in like prehistoric animals, like fucking triceratops and shit, like before any like archaeology digs had even
Yeah, before
started.
we actually had a conceptual understanding of what these creatures look like.
Yeah, and it's just strange that some of the shit will pop up all over the world.
Little
Nobody.
better, my guy.
It's like we were talking about something like Noah's Ark earlier or whatever,
This one's mine.
and it's like every culture
It was him. You
has
guys
a
seen
great
it?
flood.
I am that guy.
That might just be because, whatever, fucking like floods happen, so everyone has to have a story about a flood.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of different like stories all over the world about floods. It's just fucking strange. And a lot of them happen around the same fucking time.
Like the mud floods,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I never understood what was that about
weird.
until I trying to realize like they're basically saying that civilization was built over another civilization, which is
Could be.
completely
Yeah.
understandable. That's pretty much the evolution of man everywhere, and the power of engineering and everything as time goes on. But when you really look at it, like in Italy, when they really literally just built a whole building on top of another building, that whether it sunk, it just that's how they architected it. Like people in like the Netherlands, no, maybe not the Netherlands. I'm sorry, maybe like in Turkey,
Rome was built off
Turkey
of,
and Rome, how they still have like their houses in the caves,
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
the cliffs. Like in Romania and stuff like that. That's beautiful, but
It's weird because a lot of indigenous. I'm sorry to cut you off, by the way, but in certain areas of like fucking Arizona, California, etc., they have like there was like a nomadic tribe that like settled in different like cave systems and shit around California, which is weird because there's a lot of different strange cave systems around there. You ever hear like I think they're called like the Superstition Mountains or some shit, or like the Headless Mountains or some shit.
oh, it doesn't ring a bell.
There's
No, it's
like
never.
stories from like local indigenous tribes about like you just don't go there. You just don't go to those caves. And like sometimes when people like it happens to this day, people will go to that fucking mountain range, and then like they'll be found decapitated,
Whoa.
and people are like, "Yeah, there's fucking giants there. Don't mess with them." It's weird how there's like stories of
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
giants
Like
kind of
giants,
everywhere.
And Palestine and Iraq over there
Kandahar.
in the east,
You ever hear
they
that
believe
shit?
in. I believe that most definitely. I mean, we have people 7 foot tall
Yeah,
now. You know what I'm saying? 7 foot tall
Oh, yeah.
is fucking tall. I'm 6'2". That's pretty much like the average. Like pretty high up there guy, kind of taller, but it's not. Like something crazy is 6'8". Like there's those guys, but it's very slim to none.
yeah. And
But
and I get the argument against like giant people and stuff, which I don't think they're giant in terms of like fucking
15, 20 feet
yeah,
tall.
that's stupid. But like when it comes to like 9, 10 foot tall, maybe because
There's Yao
I
Ming.
get the argument against it because a lot of people who do have like growth issues like that have a lot of issues. Like if you're that big, your bones would be a lot more hollow. Your bones would be a lot like because the spaces in between your bones, like the way that shit is built, wouldn't make any sense.
Scientifically
too
proven you'd be too thin.
yeah.
Like when you look at the Guinness guy and the world record, he's tall. He was like what
But your
7'8",
bones would
7'9".
be brittle as shit.
But you look at him, dude was thin as hell.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
He looked like he could
Gangly as fuck.
break his arms in half. Like that's
There
kind
are
of the
so many of these fucking legends, and there's even like a newer one. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's called the Giant of Kandahar.
No, never.
And there was this troop that was in. I'm not sure where Kandahar is. I think it's either Don't quote me on
sounds
this.
like
I'm gonna
yeah, Middle East. somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the Middle East. Let me look it up, actually. But it's this troop that came across apparently this cave system in Kandahar.
Oh.
And they had come there because, it was in Afghanistan. They had come there because apparently there were some like insurgents or whatever the fuck. There was some Taliban there. They had gotten sent in by the local government to, and our military to like take care of shit.
No, I got wiped out, right?
And when they were there, they had found like bodies of like, dude, this is like a legend in the military, so people don't know if it's true or not. They found the bodies of these guys that were like absolutely fucking thrashed, like just.
Jeez.
Like one guy had just like torn the fuck up. So they go into this cave system and they're like, okay, we don't know what the fuck we're looking for. It could be anything. And I guess all they heard was this fucking scream like, ah! And this like fucking Kratos scream.
What the fuck?
And they see a spear that's big as fuck just swing out and fucking get one of the guy, like one of the Marines that was there in the chest, and like fucking he just kills him instantly. And they see this motherfucker just run out, and they're like, all right, let's light him the fuck up. And they just fucking like just fuck his ass
Drop
up with
him down.
guns. Turn this motherfucker into Swiss cheese. Nephilim, fallen angel, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I'm sorry, we got science, motherfucker.
Okay,
We
so they did kill him
blasted
then?
Yeah, they blasted his ass.
Okay.
He just takes
So-
fucking 300 rounds and he's just.
Yeah,
Right, some King Kong fucking reflects
they
the bullets.
drop his ass. And it's just like this 10, like 12 foot tall fucking guy who's like fucking muscly as shit. And he's got like big red hair, fucking, whatever else. And they said that he was fucking huge, and he had an extra finger, and he had an extra toe. And they said before they did anything, more troops came, and they were like, all right, get this body out of here. We're taking the body. And they, like, put a fucking cloth over it, and they escorted it somewhere else. They don't know where the fuck it went. Body's just gone. And then their friend is dead. Like, their fucking friend.
Yeah, one of the soldiers.
Their brother, I guess his family just got told he got by insurgents, Taliban, whatever.
But really, it wasn't fucking.
And because of all this shit, one of the guys decided to whistleblow about it. And he's been anonymous ever since, but like, a lot of these people, when they come out with these kind of stories, they don't really do it for money. Like, I've
They're
noticed,
just doing it to tell the truth or to get it off their chest,
exactly.
to vent, because...
And the crazy thing is, people will say, oh, they're just doing this for money. They're just doing this for fame, etc., etc.
But you look, the
Nothing.
motherfuckers are the brokest.
Yeah. They will become fucking penniless in a year's time just talking about this shit. They'll get, like, death threats from fucking government people, and so
it's fucked up.
insanity. And all they're trying to do
The
is
fans
just...
will start waiting
talk
outside
about
their
it.
houses type shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he died of cancer.
Yep, exactly.
That's the number one cancer. Random illness. No one knew, So what I always thought was weird is, how do, like,
This was kind of what they described.
Oh, man, yeah.
If you're on Google, you're on the internet, you can probably Google it,
Let me
but
see that
there's
shit.
like a few different, that's kind of just what they described, like his body being dead and decomposing
fuck?
like hours later.
And he just looks like a fucking Dark Souls fucking head.
Boss. Yeah.
He looks like the guy from
Hey, dude, put up the artist rendition.
fucking,
Like,
the caveman from
Fucking
car
badass.
insurance, just if he just
Yeah,
went
yeah.
all roided out.
Fucking
You know what he
huge.
reminds me of? You guys ever see, what is it, Primal?
Yeah.
It's a cartoon. Oh, dude, you gotta check that out. You'll love it. It's like imagine Samurai Jack, but it's dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's badass. It's made by the same guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's one of those things that gets passed around. Like, a lot of shit in the military, especially now, is kept pretty secretive. And it's for a reason. Like, that's fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit if there's a
Right,
giant
I'm pretty happy
roaming
with,
around in
surface
Afghanistan.
level and just understanding that we're not in control.
Apparently,
really
more
know
people
about
have had sightings, whatever, since then. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure how deep that rabbit hole goes. But, you know, I know people in, like, Vietnam and stuff have had, like, weird fucking, like, sightings of, like, strange shit or, like, black helicopters flying
Yeah.
around that aren't related to Viet Cong or to the United States. They're just flying around. You know, shit like that. Like, there's a lot of weird shit that happened in Vietnam, and a lot of weird shit that happens in war in general.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
The war with the Nazis in Germany, man. Hitler had some technology he was working on, like all advanced, like the death machine to like fuck up the world, or like the tunnel to the. He had a machine he wanted to tunnel to the core of the earth.
Yeah.
Another machine, the Liberty Bell, that was basically reverse engineered alien technology to levitate using sound or something like that, and they can't find nothing of it, but they still have the area of where it was and the pillars that supposedly this thing was trained to, the test areas and everything. It's wicked, man, and you don't.
Thankfully for us, Hitler was a fucking moron, and he couldn't really totally utilize any of that shit because.
But just to have the idea, like, you know, say if George Bush wanted to say, I wanted to fucking make a time machine to go back to the, you know, or a portal.
Yeah.
Like,
say it like him, though. I'm going to make a time machine.
I won't make a time machine.
I want to make a time machine.
I'm reading Super Fudge in my time machine.
God damn it, W.
I'm going to make a portal.
I'm going to make a portal.
Fool me once.
And you can't tell me what to do, Daddy. You can't tell me what to do.
I like the idea that Hitler maybe had some like weird extraterrestrial shit or occult stuff or whatever, but he was just such a fucking moron. He couldn't like actually utilize anything.
No.
Cause like he had motherfuckers
Blueprints
in
for
Africa
some wild shit.
and the Middle East searching for the fucking spear of destiny, which is like the spear that jabbed Jesus on the cross or whatever. He had people fucking searching for that. He had people searching for the hammer of Thor, which is hilarious to me. Like, he probably saw like fucking
I've been in the desert for 10 years looking for Mjolnir. Or however the fuck you say it.
Mjolnir. He had people in like Scandinavia looking for fucking Mjolnir, which is hilarious to me. So you think he's gonna become like fucking Jane Foster, fucking lift up the like in the new movie?
I'm
fucking,
not worthy because you can't pick it up.
Yeah. So stupid. Oh, it's so wonderful. There was like a battle that they actually lost because somebody's like calculations or whatever were based on like the world being flat.
Yeah.
So like somebody was uphill and they were downhill and they were like, well, if we just use a trajectory of this, we could be on the same level playing field as them. It's like, no, they actually just all got slaughtered like fucking morons. There is some like weird shit, like have you ever heard of the Rendlesham Forest incident? It's during the Cold War, like right after World War II. We had people stationed in England or whatever because they would let them use Rendlesham Forest. And apparently during one of these things, and during like a few exercises, some people had seen some shit on a radar. They went to go check it out because they had seen it in real life too. In real life, being like it with their eyes, like outside. They went out to investigate whatever the fuck this light was, and like 2 or 3 of these guys had entered this like weird bubble. Like they described it as like a bubble in time, and only one of the guys had like fully seen everything. They just got, the other 2 guys I think backed out of it. They were like, what the fuck? They were just kind of like watching. They were there for hours. Apparently he was only there for like minutes. And he had seen this like ship, or no, he had been there for hours. They had been out there for like a few minutes. He, had like his book with him. Like he had like, soldiers carry around a lot of different shit. He had like a tiny little notebook with him. And from this notebook, he was like looking at this fucking bell-shaped craft, whatever the fuck it was. He touched it and got like this weird like
Vision.
his head fucking rang or whatever. And he was like, okay, I can't touch this thing. So I guess he went around the craft, like, writing down whatever emblems and whatever symbols were on the fucking thing. And it was just, like, hours he was waiting in there. And then eventually, I guess he just got up and, like, maybe I can just leave. Like, he just fucking left. And whatever it was just gone when he got out of there. And everyone was, like, around him, like, what the fuck happened? Like, where the fuck did you go? He was like, I don't fucking know. It was just this thing, like, he kind of described everything around him and, you know, what had happened. And the soldier that was with him kind of corroborated things. And it's just kind of, it's fucking wild. Like, the whole story is wild. You can look it up on there's, like, a YouTube that I watch called Bedtime Stories. And sometimes they'll go over different incidents, different weird happenings or whatever, and they'll have, like, an illustrator draw everything out, but they kind of have a lot of different stories. Last podcast...
Yes.
I fucked up, dude. Last podcast on the left has a pretty good episode about the Rendlesham Forest incident. It's pretty fucking strange. I highly recommend checking that shit out.
You guys ever hear about that, the permanent?
What?
The permanent, like the dome that we're supposed to live in. Basically, the bubble of Earth. Like, we never went to space, pretty much.
Oh.
Like the Simpsons movie, how they got the dome over the world.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we have in real life. So that's why they have films of, like, SpaceX and Elon Musk's rockets hitting supposedly the dome, and it just started curving and going back down, saying he never went to space.
Well, that's just kind of where the atmosphere ends. There's still, like, the exosphere. There's, like,
there's a bunch of them. There's like 8 or 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Earth has, like, a magnetic field around it. That's just kind of, like, where that shit ends, and then it curves around.
They were saying something like that. They were saying that space isn't space with nothing. It's water. Like, you ever see that movie Pirates of the Caribbean? I forgot which one it was. I think the third one, how they had to rock the boat and go under, and it was another world.
Yeah.
Well, basically, they're saying, like, as soon as you leave this world, you're getting launched into, like, the sea of another world. And, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I think they made a movie of it. I'm trying to figure out what movie it's called. But I think it was...
Let's not get too crazy here, no.
Yeah.
After we just discussed fucking Epstein and stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
no, dude, we're going. We're going.
We're rolling down the rabbit hole now. Ain't no stopping.
Robert, what time you got?
5:53.
About 66 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
About an hour and 10 minutes or something.
I think that's a good note.
Yeah. I think we got into some pretty fun topics. It was cool having you on, man.
Hell yeah.
Sorry we're just cutting short or whatever, but...
Oh, no, you're fine. Sorry, everybody.
That's okay. We usually just go about an hour anyway, so... I mean, it was cool having you on. Thank you for telling some fucking spooky stories and talking about some weird shit with us. Thank you for the Modelo.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you for the picture.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, I'll show that on screen. I'll probably put a picture of it later on when I'm editing, but...
My good friend Robert gifted me a beautiful portrait of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I just wanted to...
That is so sick. That's awesome.
Let me actually put it a little bit more. I'll put it up on screen. I'll put it... But, yeah, man, I wanted to gift you with something nice. I wanted to give you something nice, because... I mean, you did a bunch of sweet shit for us, so... I really appreciate it, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate you. This is fucking awesome.
Oh,
I'm gonna frame it.
That's something else I'm working on. I can't show on camera.
That's the boobies. You can't look at the boobies.
Yeah. That's booby drawings. But, yeah, man, thanks for coming on. You're welcome. Any fucking time.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. SpookiBoiz.
Got anything you want to plug?
Anybody out there support me and my craft? I started a clothing line, Fresh 51 Clothing. Hit me up on IG. I make some cool shirts. I also paint a lot. I do a lot of paintings. Shout out to the Legal Aliens podcast. Check us out on Saturdays at 6. Shout out to the SpookiBoiz. Shout out to Blue Tunes, my man Robert right here. Beautiful artist, man. Go get something done. Check out his artwork. Show him some love. My man Cedric. I don't know if he do anything, but I know my man kicks ass in some kickboxing, so look out for him.
We're getting there soon.
Look out for him soon. You know, in them fights, come support him and his crew in the gym. I appreciate you guys for having me, man. This was fucking awesome.
No problem, man. You guys know what to do. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. You know, follow our Linktree. Get all our socials there. TikTok, Instagram, etc. Facebook,
merch.
Twitter.
Buy merch. These guys got some sick shirts. Check them out.
You know, we always got to plug the merch. Redbubble /Uncle Fester 22.
That's sick. That's so sick.
Yeah, you know what shirts we got already. I'll put it up on here. There's this one, whatever. I don't fucking.
He tried to do it.
Yeah, I was, but like it's pointing towards the opposite direction, so fuck it. I don't fucking care anymore.
We'll edit it in, just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Appreciate you. Peace.